Hi, I'm Carl. Today I'm going to be talking about the characteristics of the Danish political system. In Denmark, we have something called a representative democracy, meaning that we have some electors. They vote for some political parties or some specific persons to be in the parliament. In the parliament, we have 179 seats. The people in the 179 seats, they select the government. That is called parliamentarism because it's the parliament and not the people that select the government. Right now we have a government consisting of Venstre, Liberal Alliance, and the Conservative. Besides the political parties being in the parliament, they also have other functions. They're a link between the political system and the electors. They are recruiting and politically socializing the electors, meaning they provide the electors with information about what's going on in the society, and they give them a chance to actually be a part of their party. They also collect and represent the interest of the electors, meaning that they give the electors a voice in the political system and in the parliament. And they also have other functions, but these were the three most relevant. Question number 2: why do we still see the formation of new political parties in Denmark? The answer we find in old politics and new politics, both of them still very relevant in the political debate. However, the old politics are about the redistribution of money. It's about the economy and how to redistribute the money through taxation. New politics is about the core values in society, like the ethical problems as migration and sustainability. The reason for the new politics appeared is that the economy boomed, so new problem arose, and that's why we have new politics. Is because that as new problems surfaced, people had to find new parties to rely on, since that the old parties didn't really fulfill all of the new problems. They searched for new parties to that could give them that satisfaction, and that as the society keeps changing, so are the people. And that's what has a case here in the enclosures. We look at Alternative, which is a newly reformed party, and one of their we take part here in 4 of their core values, which is one of them is increased leisure, which is an act against stressness. The overload of work. They want less work hours a week. And that's really, if we take a look at the Maslow hierarchy of needs, in the bottom we have the physiological needs, which is just about shelter, which were more of the old politics. They focused on people not surviving because that wasn't that, but more about the very basic needs. Whereas today, as when the economy have boomed, we look about the self-actualization needs, which is in the top of the hierarchy of needs. Yeah. Moving on to the community spirit. It's an act against the globalization. They don't want us to focus on Denmark as well on a whole, but also that in the small minorities of the country, the small communities, people taking care of each other. And not just see, they want to see people as an integrated whole. Moving on to a sustainable transition. That's an act against a blind growth. Yeah, so they want like a sustainable future for the country. They want to preserve a good planet, a healthy planet, and not just take not focus on the growth, but how we grow. And that's really one of their core values, is a sustainable future, and not just a current rapid growth. Bottom up democracy is about the democracy taking all the way up from the bottom, like including everyone in society, and that's an act versus the elite democracy, which focus mostly on the elite of the society. Yeah. And we don't only have alternatives, but a brand new party has also emerged, and that is New Bali, and they focus mostly on the migration, which is also a new political issue. Question number 3, the discussion. Is political membership important for democracy? I've created some pros and some cons. Starting off with the pros, saying yes, it is important. We have the participation. Participation is an essential object in democracy. People, crazy, ruling, the people ruling. Therefore, it is very important for everyone to participate so that the people in the country can get the society that they want, with the rules that they want and the laws that fits them. Their awareness is very important it is very important as well for the people to be informed and they have to not just know but actually have an idea of what to do about problems and what problems we could eventually face and which problems we're facing right now. Then moving down to the distribution of powers, the more members in the parties, the bigger would the power be distributed out to more people, which is also an essential part of democracy. If more people are ruling, the power would be more spread, and therefore it is really democracy, the people that rules, and not just one person, as we see in dictatorship. And the last thing is all of the 3 above mentioned is legitimize or actualize democracy. It is what makes democracy. Moving over to the pros, the one saying no, it is not important. Other possibilities for participation. Just by voting, you are actually participating in, even though you're not a member, you're still participating in the political debate and how the country should be ruled. And a lot of sources to gain knowledge about it, because it is possible to gain knowledge about the subject and what is going on in the political world by just looking on the social medias, by there's so many, by reading newspapers and all that kind of stuff. The last question: is it realistic for a population to commit to one party? Looking at the opinion polls, it is not realistic, because whenever we look at opinion polls, there are always some slight differences, meaning that some people have changed their vote, and that obviously also happens over time. In recent times, people have been looking at one major current issue in the society, and they have been looking at which parties they think can solve it the best. For example, the migration issue, because there are a lot of refugees in the moment, so people might be looking at which party that can solve that problem best for their need, and they'll be looking at that. That is called issue voters. However, core voters does exist, but they're not as loyal as they used to be in the past. Furthermore, even the politicians nowadays change parties. Therefore, it is very unrealistic in comparison to the old days that people commit to one party. Thank you.